Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shutdoor or Door Shutter, coming back to you with a brand new episode of the Craftoria mod pack, and today we are getting into an AE2 system. And we're going to do this with 8 controllers, an ME drive, and a crafting terminal. I actually forgot that I have cables here that I do need. And this is going to be bare minimum as of right now, okay? We'll get storage drawers and stuff figured out here in a minute after we go through all of this, but we've got the ME drive connected to the ME controller, and this cable is going to be our crafting terminal. So what we're going to do with this, and I've already adjusted this, by the way, because I was just trying to configure some other stuff, but yes, this will always look like this when you place it down, unless you configured it previously. So here's the full height, that's what we're going to keep it at. And then we also, of course, have 16K ME item storage cells. So we don't have 82 things in here, so we're going to have to stick with the fact that we have 63 type limitations, which if you do not know, 63 types is if an item is not stackable, such as a pickaxe or a chest plate, that counts as one type, and if you have multiple of them, that'll count towards multiple types. Or individual things like item stacks such as cobblestone, iron, copper, all of those are different item types, or just types in this case. And so you can only store up to 63 types up to the 16,384. So if I have, for example, 12,000 cobblestone and the rest 4,384 dirt, that would fill up this cell while only using 2 types. So you've got those 2 different limitations. If we had 82 things, the only thing we'd have to worry about is basically the bytes used. So we don't have that, and I'm not going to go and install it because I honestly want to see how far we can get with going on this route. Now, what we can do is we could actually look at getting a storage bus, and this is going to be one of the ways we're going to save a lot of space in our system, because we can actually attach a drawer system to everything, right? And actually, it looks like we've got a couple different ones. But we're going with this one. So I need to grab an AE2 interface, and I need to grab the 2 pistons. I have the ability to make the interface, I do believe, right now. Yeah, that's not too expensive. Let's just click this. Okay. And then all we need to do now is grab 2 pistons, which I should have everything as well. What am I missing? Oh, actually clicking on the crafting table portion, that might help. So 2 pistons, and then storage bus. And then, of course, we got cable. So the way I would want to do this, most likely, is... How would I want to do this? Probably against this wall. Which means I would need to run a cable pretty sloppily. Let's think. Let's go upstairs here. Because I could run that up. And then, like, run it into... I think that's what I'll do. Let's put a controller like right here, and then drawers, and then drawers, and then wherever else we need the drawers. I think we could do that. Okay, let me go get the controller. Functional storage drawer controller. Controller. So this right here, and then we'll just grab our other drawers that we have already. Maybe some simple compacting drawers if you don't know. Those would be really good for putting redstone in, so that way you could get redstone and redstone blocks. It basically compacts 9 redstone into your storage block, and or like iron or gold. You could technically put those in there to just get iron ingots and gold blocks, or iron blocks, or vice versa, whatever. So actually, here's an example, because I did make one. So here's a functional storage compacting drawer, the simple version, which is this one here. And this actually allows for you to put glowstone in the bottom and then get actual pieces of glowstone blocks out. So, pretty good stuff. Let me get this stuff transferred. Alright, just to run like a little bit of an experiment here, we're going to connect this storage controller here. So you can see that we've got a few things connected. Not a whole lot of stuff, because I haven't transferred like all of my stuff from over there to over here. But we have just a handful of items. And that storage controller, of course, is just going directly into the storage controller from the actual storage, from the actual controller for the AE2 system. So we're going to just go over here. We should see all of the items that we have connected. So nothing else has been thrown in here. As you can see, these are all still 0. So that is just a really cool thing. And one of the other things is with the range of this controller, we're actually able to connect some of these other ones. In the future, whenever we actually get to this portion, like adding more upgrades to this, we can actually extend the range using functional storage upgrades, and we can actually get these two attached, which is a goal. I guess I also could look at getting that one attached as well. So there's a few things out of the way. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to keep on keeping on. I'm going to get everything kind of transferred over, making sure that I drawer everything that I kind of need to, quartz, and trying to figure out what I want to do with the raw variations of ores and stuff like that. But there's a lot more work to be done here. So I will be back here in a little while once I get all of this stuff moved over. And this area will become kind of useless. So I'm going to try and see if we can maybe push for wireless. Maybe not. I'm not 100% sure. Or just getting a terminal over here. If I have to run like a large amount of cables, I can run a terminal over here, and that'd be okay with me. So I will be right back. Alrighty, so all of our items are transferred over pretty decently. I have been just kind of getting some drawers and stuff together as of late. And yeah, so I mean, this is cruising. One of the problems you will see with a system like this, once you start adding drawers and putting all your items in the system, is you may have some push into these cells. For example, I probably have some lapis and some quartz in here, which I do have a drawer for upstairs. Actually, can I oh, I don't have free cam as of right now. I kind of forgot I disabled that. I need to go put that back. I was messing with the version updates and I accidentally forgot. But yeah, you can see that I have lapis up here and also some quartz. I have 127. Is that what that is? Yeah. I was looking at the actual item, the block, and I was like, oh yeah, look up. So I have a handful there. So one of the ways to get this going quickly is getting an ME.IO port. This is a very easy and awesome thing to have no matter what you are doing with your AE2 system, because it'll just save you a little bit of time at the end of the day, especially when you first start out. So we're going to just grab this, we're going to put this down, and you can see this has a few slots that then go into an output, which is here. So we're going to make sure we change this to move to output when work is done. We're going to snag all of these cells, and we're going to basically put the ones that we know have items in them and toss them right there. So we should see that the lapis and quartz are gone. And if we go back upstairs, we should see like 900 quartz and 500 lapis, I do believe is the amounts around about there. So 650 and 1.1. Okay, so we got it, which is perfect. So it looks like some other cells had other pieces in there too, so that's awesome. All right, so now we can just plop these back in, and we are good to keep on keeping on. Of course, we only have 116K left, so I'm actually going to work on seeing if I can push any... Oop, hold on. So let's, like, stick that one in there. Okay. 63, 63, 63. So this one's our kind of full one, but almost... Okay. All right, but yeah, so that is a fantastic thing to have. Just very good utility overall. But we'll have to get some more 16Ks soon, because those are going to be the very essence of our system for right now. And we can, of course, get more drives. You can basically have as many of these as you want that'll be supported by the actual 8 channels per side. So keep that in mind. All right. One of the other things that I want to do real quick is grab a functional storage upgrade for our controller here. So let's actually work on that. And I actually don't have a compacting drawer for copper, so I will work on that as well later down the line. So I want to probably see if I can get at least a gold tier and see if this will expand this enough. So did that expand this enough? No. So if I grab maybe one more copper, that should reach it. Just barely. I gotta shift right click on this without anything in my hand. Perfect. So now we should be able to connect those, because I also know that I have stuff in here that goes into those drawers. So let's get that taken care of. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, let me get These ones that are basically full. I'm going to take this one. Kind of dump whatever else I can. All right. But that puts some of this stuff in these drawers, which is fantastic. And yeah, that is a very basic starter AE2 system. The next portion that we'd want to work towards, I guess actually I want to look at something real quick, is how our power's doing, is getting the wireless system set up. And it looks like we are pretty decent on power. We still have like one machine that has got power in it, 2 machines, 3 machines, and of course we can right click on this and see the power draw and everything. So we're doing pretty good. Yeah, I mean, the only issue that I do see, by the way, is we do not have the tree farm actually connected here because it is too far away. I would love to see if we could actually get this connected, but I don't think there's a way as of current to do that. But I do know we also are full on this tree farm as well. So that is something I will look at between this episode and next, because I'm actually just going to wrap this one up here. This is a very beginner, basic AE2 system. And also, I guess you guys may have noticed that I've been doing shorter and shorter episodes, but that is because we're kind of focusing on one thing at a time here. There's a lot of stuff we can do with an AE2 system, and we'll get into it further and further down the line. But these episodes are kind of a lot longer to make because I'm crafting a whole lot. Even now, it's still a little bit more difficult. But next episode, we're going to have to go hunt down some Endermen, get some wireless access to our system so we don't have to run downstairs or run upstairs, because we could actually attach a terminal just like right here on the floor if we wanted to. But doing something over there, we wouldn't have access to our items. So we just have to keep that in mind. And yeah. With that, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.